Allen here on the Sam channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X, all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Well, feeling a little bit better than I did yesterday morning. I was able to kind of through the day yesterday uh clear things out. Oh, I don't want you know what I mean? It was whew, I just had to get past that. I feel better now. But looking at the temperature trend over the next week or so, we're all going to be feeling something because we're going to go from extreme cold to really warm air. And I'm talking about going from near zero this weekend to almost 60 by next week, the middle of next week. And rain, not snow. But right now, we've got snow coming down here in Bowling Green. That second wave of moisture that I talked about yesterday, you can see it pulling through here. Got it zoomed in on southern Kentucky. You can see these little bands of snow as they continue. Now, because we had a period of mixed precipitation last night, there is a bit of a coating of ice. It's not much, but it's enough to be slick and it's enough to be hazardous. And now we've got a new layer of snow on top of that ice. And so when you're starting to action with this new snow, it may push it out of the way to where it reveals that little glaze of ice and then it gets slick. So it is kind of a slow go this morning. It's not impossible. And where the roads have been treated, you should be okay. But it's the untreated roads, it's bridges, overpasses, exit ramps, inner turn lanes, back roads, side streets, parking lots. That's where you're going to be in trouble if you're careful this morning. If you take it easy, you'll be fine. But if you want to know what the roads are like, they're about like they were last night, but now we've got a snow on top of it. So it's not going to be a lot of snow. Some of you may pick up an inch of new snow, but all of this is going to come to an end this morning. And now what's going to happen is the winds are picking up. You can see the cold front laying right across the Kentucky Tennessee border. And now we're going to get the sharp winds, the northwest, and the temperatures are going to go down from here. Now, we started at 28 this morning, but we're going to be in the single digits by late this afternoon. And with the winds blowing from the north northwest at 15 to 20 miles per hour, make for below zero wind chills. Below zero. So this is not anything fit for man or beast. It's just if you don't have to get out today, it's Friday, maybe take another day. The kids are not having to go to school. Uh, just stay in, stay warm, because the coldest air, uh, possibly even colder than a few days ago when we were in the single digits, is coming in for tonight and tomorrow and early Sunday. After that is when we'll begin to see a warming across the area. Plus, on top of that, we still have the winter weather advisory that is in effect for the area, and a wind chill advisory. Now, the winter weather advisory takes in pretty much all of our real estate here in the southern half of Kentucky. Really, much of the state of Kentucky is under that winter weather advisory, at least through 6 p.m. this evening. And then the wind chill advisory is in effect from 9 o'clock this evening until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Slippery roads, hazardous conditions, below zero wind chills, 5 to 15 degrees below zero possible. That's how rough this is. So Again, be advised anywhere you go, it's going to be an issue. There's going to be problems with driving, especially once you get outside of the city of Bowling Green. And then you've got the wind chill advisory that's going to continue through tomorrow morning, just simply because it's going to be so doggone cold. I mean, really, really cold. So there's not going to be improvement in temperature until we get into the beginning of next week. And you can see here on the Kentucky Mesonet Network here at 7:30 as I do this podcast. Some of you watching live, some of you will be watching it back later. As of 7:30, the winds are picking up and that colder air is coming in. Take a look. Look at this. So here we are ahead of the front, mid to upper 20s. Yeah, it's pretty much the way it is across the state. But look what's happening west of us. It is falling rapidly. Temperatures are into the upper teens to low 20s. It's already fallen to 21 in Muhlenberg County and 22 in Christian County. And that coldest air is coming our way. Right now, we're probably as warm as we're going to get here in Warren County, 27, 28. So that will be the established high temperature for the day, for the 24-hour period. From here on out, as the cold air comes rushing in, which it's doing right now, it's only going to get colder. And with that second wave coming through now, that's why we're seeing a burst of snow that's getting on top of some of the layer of ice that we had last night. But this is not the worst of it, not yet anyway. And check this out, the winds. Let's go with winds from the north northwest, as you can see behind the front, sustained at 10 to 15, close to 20 miles per hour. How about wind gusts? 22, 23, 22, 27 miles per hour from the north. Well, how does that make those 20s feel? Well, let's show you the wind chill. Single digits. Here in Bowling Green, it feels like it's 19 or 17, give or take. Feels like it's 10 in Morgantown. But look, it feels like it's 6 in Muhlenberg County with a northwest wind at 19 and a 20-degree temperature. It feels like it's 6. It feels like it's 5 in Hopkins County near Madisonville, also with a north northwest wind at 19 and a temperature of 20. It makes it feel like it's 5. And these numbers are only going to go down even more through the day. So we're going to fall down to a temperature of 6 tonight for a low temperature here in Bowling Green, and with a wind at 10, 15, 20 miles per hour, it's going to feel like it's 0 or below 0. The wind chills. You don't want to be out. You don't want to be out in this. It's brutal, really. And it's dangerous. It's going to be dangerous. And everything is going to, if anything does melt a little bit today because of traffic or a pre-treated road, it's all going to freeze back over tonight. Solid, hard freeze tonight. All right, let's check the numbers. And there is some hope coming our way, and almost spring like. I mean, look, we go from 27 today. That was this morning. Right now, we've established our high temperature of the day really at 28. From here on out, it's going to go down to 5, maybe 6 for an overnight low tonight, with the wind chill 0 or below 0. Most likely below 0, with a new fresh pack of snow. Not a lot, maybe an inch, maybe 2 further east. And then a high tomorrow for your Saturday. The sun will come out, but it's only going to be up to 19, maybe 20, but upper teens. Then down to even colder 2, maybe even -2. Not a wind chill, the temperature. The actual air temperature could be -1, -2 for Sunday morning when you get up and get ready to go to church. Blah. You may want to check because some churches may have heating issues or just may tell folks it's not going to be safe to come out for church. So you may want to check with your congregation on that. But Sunday morning is going to be brutal. Even though the skies will be clear, it's going to be brutal. Then we're only going to get up to near 30 for a high Sunday afternoon with sunshine, though. And then Monday, look at this. We jump all the way into the low, maybe even close to the mid 40s. Big warm up coming after we start at 17 Monday morning. By Monday night and into Tuesday, all of this is going to be rain. Yeah, we're going to warm up 51, 55, 58, maybe 60 by Thursday, close to it again on Friday, low 50s on Saturday. Look at that. That's great. But there is rain almost every single day, starting Monday night, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Look at the lows in the 40s. There's only one low temperature Monday night into Tuesday morning, near freezing, 32 degrees. So some of this moisture may start out with a mix, kind of like what we saw last evening. But then as temperatures rise above freezing, as we get into the day on Tuesday, it'll all go to rain. And we're looking at good rainfall chances Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and even Friday. And with the snowpack melting, that's going to lead to some localized flooding. And then there goes another problem. You get the snow melt plus moderate to sometimes heavy rainfall. That's going to cause some flooding issues. The ground is already well soaked. So added rainfall is only going to make for a different kind of problem. And then we do cool it down a little bit for next weekend, upper 40s to low 50s, which is more in line with where we should be as far as temperature this time of the year. So we've got all kinds of weather stuff to look forward to. The one thing I can say, there's no severe weather in there. That would just take the cake, wouldn't it? To go from this, what we've got today, to rain and then severe weather. Severe weather doesn't look like it's going to happen. It's just going to be a lot of rain, day after day rainfall as we head into next week. But at least it'll be warm. And who knows how we're all going to feel after that, with, how our bodies respond going from sub-zero temperatures to 60 in a matter of days. Yeah. Yeah. Here's a look at the surface map. Here we go with the snow showers coming through this morning, and now the really cold air starts to take over. You can see the tight lines here, isobars tightly packed. That means breezy, windy, with the snow coming down. And the bitter, bitter cold temperatures, dangerously cold temperatures coming in tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday night into Sunday morning. Snow showers will be out of here. Here's Saturday. We're looking at a mix of sun and clouds. High pressure takes over, winds start to relax. Saturday afternoon and evening into Sunday. Look at that high, 1,040 millibars. That is a strong high pressure, strong Arctic high pressure. And as long as we're on the east side of the center of high pressure, cold. But then as we get into Monday, The high pressure center moves right over about Louisville, and then it moves east and it increases in strength 1042 millibar, and we start to get a southerly flow on the backside of the high as we get into Monday. But with that, we'll also see some Gulf moisture coming in. And this is the period early Monday uh, when the moisture gets going, that we could see a brief period, as you see here, all the beautiful colors. I mean, there could be some mixed stuff at the onset or the beginning of some of this moisture. But as the temperatures begin to warm and the core of the rain begins to move over our area into Tuesday, it's all rain. You won't have to worry about any wintry stuff after that. But some of this rain could be, heavy at times. It could cause some flooding, as I mentioned, with any kind of runoff or any kind of melting of the snowpack, which will happen. Um, some small creeks could get up to bank full. Things could get a little dicey along the Green River Basin as far as, the rivers coming up. And I would say some parts of it, like out Rochester Ferry and some of those places like that, could come close to flood stage. So maybe over toward Aberdeen and Morgantown, places like that that will flood with this kind of rain and snow melt. Then the front stalls out on Wednesday, and we just keep raining and raining and raining. Even further north, it's all rain because everybody's going to start to warm up. Here we go into Thursday. Look at that. Not much has changed. The front's still there. The rain is still there. This is what I'm talking about. We could pick up several inches of rain over a 3 to 4 day period. Now that would help things not uh, get too much into serious flood stage, but I do think we're going to see some flooding of some kind with the snow melt and the additional rain coming in. You put the two things together, it's going to happen. This is next Friday. The precipitation is not painted in on this last graphic, but you've got the stalled front moving a little further east, the low tracking along the front. You've got a disturbance back behind it. So that's going to keep rain in the forecast for even next Friday, a week from today. So we've got all kinds of moisture coming our direction. Whew, crazy, crazy. I know. But the winter weather advisory continues today through tonight, and then the wind chill advisory takes over tonight and runs through tomorrow morning, midday ish, for hazardous driving conditions. And then the winds, which are already picking up right now, with the added new snow on top of a little thin layer of ice and the snow we had from 3 or 4 days ago. So it's nasty out there. Take it easy. Give yourself a lot of time to get to where you're going. All right, I'm back on the radio this morning until 10 at Sam 100.7, and I'll have a complete weekend update of what I just talked about with fresh information tonight, 5, 6, and 10 on WNKY News 40. In the meantime, have a great Friday, a wonderful weekend. God bless you, and thanks for watching. And I'll see you back here tomorrow morning.